Stream has started. Let's go. Let's play the game. We're where we left off. And we're going to keep doing the MSQ. It's almost 11 o'clock here. You can see top right corner, 10:47 p.m. Okay, sorry. I changed some stuff. I should change something again. Okay. Yeah, let's see, it's almost 11. We'll probably get like 2 hours in, maybe 3. We'll see. We'll just keep playing until we get to a good stopping spot. Let's go. Under his wings. Let's go. As you finish your deliveries, I talked for a moment. I was curious to know, what has become of Mevon and Giselfri's remains? We left them on the dirt. I think you find sure they'll be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her, growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I can almost believe there's a magic at work, how the tension fades with every sip. Let's pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thafnir is, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Rods at Han? By all means do. Not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyawi. We have plenty to spare. Then let us find Justinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The Wakeful Torana, near the bridge to Radzatan, as I recall. Very well then. Goodbye. What's gonna be fun is coming back to these areas after I've done the story, finding out the Aether Currents, exploring the maps, doing all the little side quests for Aether Currents, because what I'd like to do, and I want to do this back for like all the other areas too, is like the little quests that you had to do to unlock the Aether Currents, the Northwest. Like you do the Aether Current, but then there's like a quest chain that continues on from it. Like you can keep going and keep doing quests and learn more about the story, because some of the stories were actually pretty interesting. I remember some of the Stormblood ones I think were pretty good. Shadowbringers is almost always going to be a good one, so I need to go back and do all those. Alphino told me everything. Full glad I am to hear that people are safe. Likewise, you'll be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It seemed we finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thafnir. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city of Aldzal's Path. Come. He said come! Cyberpunk 2077 music plays. What the? Wait. Was the gate... Is the gate gone? You just walk into the city like this now? Was it always like this? I don't think it was always like this, was it? Has been divided to select a destination. 1, 2, no preference. That's cool how it'll let you choose. And I'm already tired. Liquid D. Barack O? Is that Barack Obama? Is too safe in the skies. It's always too easy to feel for the worst. Mr. Obama, come back! Oh no, yeah, please don't go yet. I'm pleased to report that we succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled. The citizens are safe for now. Aside from the Radiant, an important proclamation will be made in the city square. But this is no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? The dragon's gonna come out. So Reacher is finally coming. Barack, oh, James level 86. Finally, I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To make it out to them. Before that, it appears the word of the assembly has now reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems to worry, we best enlighten them. Okay, Liquid Death. Barack O'Bronte. Barack Obama was probably taken, huh? Wait, where are we going? I think we're just going this way and up the stairs. Here, boy. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Yes, they're gone. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Spooked youth. How about... Wait. Oh, come on. Spook youth. Spoo youth. Spook youth. Spook youth. Spook. Leave me be, please, I swear to you. My flesh tastes absolutely terrible. I'm not a monster. Oh god, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Ratzat Han in his stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. What were you? 90? Oh. Should stop trying to sing along to the music. I obviously don't know it. This is probably a voiced one.
Look, someone's coming. People of Ratzat Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
He's gonna take his eye back? Guess not. Maybe? I don't know.
A dragon!
Yeah! Yay, children cheering! Kids love dragons.
People of Radzathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
Now we better hope so.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashon! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Fafnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant.
Aww. Satrap was his good friend.
I, one, loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, has she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity has stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
The one dude clapped.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to his elf's face. Indeed.
Charlene's? What are Charlene's doing here? Get out of here. Oh, it's Papa Olivier too. Get out of here.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father,
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
He's right there.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
I'm glad that they gave the dragon an English voice, so we don't have to listen to the like wah 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 over and over
I
again.
apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times.
Wait, which is not optimal. Okay, sorry. Had to check on something there. Okay.
Escape this star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Can I just like teleport everyone on there all at once or something?
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly.
Oh, the battery
Yet
charging
I
light came on.
wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
waterfall pop in.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palika Stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
I'm telling you, it's the pseudoscience
All who
emotional
undergo the
energy thing,
transformation
huh?
Are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
Emotional ether.
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The
Yeah, that's
unseen
right.
gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Yes, in this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Yes, of course. Ooh. Oh no! Goodbye, flower.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. We must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
You better learn how to start perceiving them then.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
It's Death Flaggy. We will meet again. As far as we've come, after all the horrors we've seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. To be as Nadana said, the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension, and if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Greetings, honored scientists of the Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap. Brave Silence, you have no gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. The last matches here at Megudata prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I've arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Oh, what's the D&D spell where it's like you make like a big magic dinner and you all get like bonuses to resistance and stuff? That's what this is. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast is peaceful waits you at Marin's Mayon. Pray, make your way there whenever your business here is done. Thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. And to you, Byra Iscario, there is someone who would hope to introduce you in particular. I am loath to detain you further. Might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. I love leftovers. Thank you, friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me in the Aether Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Are you guys finally gonna let me touch this rock? Oh, you can't slip through that. Cool. Let me touch rock. Let me touch the rock. Access to the Aetheryte you see here has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. Sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. So I try to encourage you to attune to the Aetheryte before proceeding on the court. Yes, finally, I can touch the rock. Yes, touch the rock. Touch the rock. These people in shout chat are wrong. Right. Oh. Ethernet. Do I have that Aetheryte? I don't. Oh, Aetheryte host. Okay, well. You know where I'm going. To the last Aetheryte. Rock. Dang, rock is touched. One thing I've noticed. Wait. Yeah, they're I haven't seen any sightseeing points here in Endwalker. Because you normally have to like talk to a dude, right? And he'll update your log. I have not seen that dude in Endwalker. So there either are no points, they either decided not to do them in Endwalker, which seems weird, or I've somehow missed the dude. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Ratzahan's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Who's our special visitor? Sure about Doman delegate. Oh, a bunch of delegates? Okay, so it's delegates. One doesn't drop that full deal army to introduce you to. Oh, so you're the famous wire started, eh? I mean, the moment you step through the door, you've the look of one who's walked through hell. We have similar hairstyle. Sure, Bob, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. Alright, Sheila and I should give like a womany voice. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Who are you? A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shirabak, and I attend to business here. As for what sort of business? Where can I put it? Ratzahan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then, there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? The representatives from Doma. Oder dał mi go. Und so Romice. Britannia. Ishgard. And last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radzat Han and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Story time. Story time. Story time. Story time. Story. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red, which is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proven invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnia reached the Grand Company of Eosia and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that for the time being, the skies burn only over the bounty, including this island and Corvos. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout the Allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh no! From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Calzal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone, anywhere, overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radzat Han, we've been taken to calling them the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down those so-called blasphemies and their spawn, as when and where they appear. At the same time, they're doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fellow these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray, lend us your strength, and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Oh, nice earring. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So, before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Oh, I did do her voice right. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? Gained access to the roll quest. Oh, okay. A separate quest line store is now available for 10 community food. So you can send up and I could have the blessings for this. Am I gonna have to do one of them before the end of the game? Okay, I see. That's so that's what this was. I didn't even realize. I was wondering when the role quests are gonna pop up. Because if I remember, I think the role quests come up really early in Shadowbringers. But I did not see. Yeah, I don't see anything that says that you have to do one in order to finish the MSQ. So I will do these later because I want to finish the MSQ. Pray forgive sure about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companion, says. Do you know the word of the Medyan? Look at the back of my hand. Right to hear you become familiar with your friend. You'd be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. That must return on behalf of the great house. Thank you for wanting your strength and courage in our time of need. I never defend the good fight. The honor that I receive. If you try, you have my reward. Efforts not be in vain. Cat. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do these later. So, role quests are very fun and very good. Yeah. We go over here. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kazal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. We cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are a married treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Chime. Just water. Hydro homies. As you wish, pray join your friends and I'll bring you your drink. I'm a hydro homie. Also, my character doesn't really trust drinks, so whatever do they pray tell? Roll quests. I always have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Yeah, there's monsters all over and I have to kill them. Is this a talking one?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarant.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Is that my glass of water?
Here's your older friend.
Water. It better be water in there. Water, yes. My dialogue options mattered.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
I think I was about to say something, I bet.
Heidelin herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Opus, you do well to learn the name. Does the word Opus mean anything to anyone?
So advised the Watcher. What could be the significance
I guess
of
not.
that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Or are there?
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Graha's got an idea.
Lidibus. I sealed him in the White Orisite of the Crystal Tower back on the first.
Ooh, so he's not
Contained
dead.
within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend.
Back to the first, back to the
still
first. I
can.
was about to say, I'm sad we haven't had a reason to go back to the first yet. Be an opportunity to look in on the others as well. Yes, let's go back to the first. Yes, please.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Heidelin from the ethereal sea.
Well, yeah, the Venetian Jones, that's where they
And I
actually
will
found
visit the nation's
Heidelin,
leaders
so
and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
everyone's got a
Keep
mission.
me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats.
Destiny and the assassin.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will
Oh, I had a
return
viewer.
to harry us time and time again.
For 4 seconds.
But when they do,
4-second
remember this.
viewer.
Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere,
Probably a bot.
sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
Do, 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 do.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation.
The next revelation. Come on, come on.
Yes, so much left for you to see.
So much, yes. Come on.
Where
Let me see
beginning
it.
ends and end begins.
So is this like just halfway through Endwalker then? That was very much like we're halfway through. Plus on the 85 quests. It just finishes 85. Was armor in good order? I mean, yeah, and I get more, so. Tell her I miss her. Aww. Go higher. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that should be like the, level 85, right? Because this will be 86? Yeah, circum to the Custarium, I see. Okay, yeah, so that's halfway through Endwalker, everyone. Ooh, can I click a little tab? Add stream marker, boop. Unable to add stream marker. Wait, stream, oh, no, it's, okay, that's what happened. We're halfway through Endwalker, let's go. It only has taken a week and a half. Time to keep going. Return to the Custarium. Take this while you're at my spirit vessel. Still got it kicking around. We do need his blood. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragments of Elidibus's evidence remains, it should be possible to locate it. Let's try this and first you got Lena for insistence. Chances are she still sends watch at the sensor gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, but I'm happy. Hardships and all. Oh, that's exactly what they wanted us to tell him. Well, we'd best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Sorry if any of you get like motion sick, but this is just too much fun. Okay. Crystarium. Phew. So I half expected to see Mint dancing around here for a second, then I remembered, oh wait, Mint is not here anymore. Level 80, 87. Oh wait, do I have any 35 poetics? Nah. Oh, I need to melt these into things. Where do I go to melt them down? Can you melt them down? No. I'll melt them down later. Well, I really could use a ring. Anyways. Okay, super's up there. I see. Shadowbringers. I'm back. Feels good. Oh, right. Right here. Oops. Talk, I want to hear Weena's voice. Wyvern, you have returned. Yep, I'm back. You've been well? You and the others? No shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. And things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Yes, he is. Oh, he's so good, he's so enjoying himself. He said this to you? These exact words? Yes, those are the words that you told me to tell him, and he told me to tell you. Anyways, oh, to know he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Wyvern, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we will work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Oh, and the rain stopped. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Ring came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Ooh, she knows. She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. Good for her. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? I'm awful at Wena's accent, but I'm trying. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well, I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. Cabinet of Curiosity. Like everyone's waiting here. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. What does that mean? That's a weird message. Like, it's not a long cutscene, but it can't be skipped, so... Okay. Probably got an auto-advanced text here. Is Reen gonna come running up and hug me? Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Lyra? Who is this? Beckwag? I knew it was you. Ha! It is! Full glad I am to see you hail and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling the events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts would be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing this spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Nodders. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many formidable foes. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Tiny Untriven Bothri, Hades. This may come as a surprise, but what? I mean, I don't know, I want to see what this one is. Truly, I would never have guessed, but then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have had to ask. It is a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. I would have thought this like not an answer, but whatever. It was eating glazed wrigglers. That was the hardest opponent I ever had to face. I know you'd love to talk your ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmar won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend, in particular, remind him not to overexert himself, again and again, till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Oh, this is one of those, like, all your friends come up and talk to you scenes. What was it that we did? Was there one in Heaven's Word where we had to do this? Or was it in Shadowbringers? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Rikitio! It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Oh, Rikitio, you're adorable! Best not, Riki. You don't know you're for a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkil isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about a lot of things. He isn't here? Aww. Ooh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkil best, axe, sword, or bow? For fighting and hunting both, for protecting your friends, for smiting. I mean, he does kind of look like a mini Ardbert. Should I just make him into the next Ardbert? Sure. You look like Ardbert, and he's good with an axe, so you'd be good with an axe. The axe, plus that he could be just like Ardbert. Also, Ricky Teo, healer. Elzen dude, DPS mage. So they need a tank, so you should take up the axe. Ardbert, the warrior of light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with the style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Sounds good. Ricky Teo is so cute. The little McKitten is adorable. I love these sort of like nostalgia friends from the past remember things. Little like events. Such fun she's been having, basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglies, but does she spare that from me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. Fail, I need. What was the how I have missed you. Prim. If you truly missed me, you should have cried from at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time, though for there to be a next time, you some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fae folk is bound to that of the star. Whether it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Yes. Ah, but here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder, what manner of conclusion awaits at tale's end? Irene! My apologies for the delay. Lyra, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Hey Reen, how's it going? That was cute. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Something has happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to the open window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked, and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. You're seeing the final days, Rain. Lyra, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. The world is ending. The final days have come. wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amrat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First. So don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. Why does her head look so weird and distorted? Like some weird, like, fisheye lens effect or something? She looks like Ultra Giga Brain right now. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath the blazing sky. What is this new weapon? Ironwood weapon. Level 86, 539. You're headed to the Endwalker to consult with the Olympus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, deciding we might best prepare for the final days. So it's a farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. Ah, Mr. Swire, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show it to the ocular. Yes. Voice. Oh. I want voices so I can listen. After images of us. Of everyone. Oh, is it like memories? Memories of walking into seeing everyone there? There it is, the control ball. Alright, now pull out Grahna's blood.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
This is the first computer voice that we've had in the game.
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Safecoast Tower systems. Searching for Elitibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
And we get an image of him. Oh look!
My home.
What of this?
My friends. No more than a dream.
To talk to him again? He's not truly gone yet.
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Zodiac is gone, and the final days have come.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
You say, I'm sorry.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes.
Elpis?
The name is
He
familiar to me.
knows.
Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
Ooh,
A
place.
testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief.
Ooh.
He was Hermes.
Okay, so do they all have Greek god names then?
That is all I know.
Do the Greek gods
crystals
mean
tell
anything
little
in
of
this
the
world?
lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
What about in the recreated Amarat? Ooh.
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
Me?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart.
Or does he realize who we are now?
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Back in time? Good thing we have a time
In
machine.
glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also
Back in time,
mastered the
back in
workings of
time,
this
time and space, time and space. Back to
having
yes, yes, yes,
absorbed
yes, yes,
my
yes, yes.
empowered essence, now harbors an abundance.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
And the music. Oh yes, 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 yes.
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to affect...
Okay, so this is how they explain away how we can't, like, you know, time travel shenanigan, fracture the timeline, split
you wish
things.
to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come.
I mean, didn't we learn this in the Alexander raid?
In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Yes, 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 yes.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
Tell me how to code in 10 minutes.
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocula.
Yes, we're going back in time. Way back in time.
All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
Oh.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go and do not look back.
Well, you bet I'm going.
Well, Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the Last of Us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Back in time, back in time. This is like a totally new zone. Please be a new zone. Travel through space and time again. We've done this before. What is this? What, you know, spoiler teaser for the future are we seeing? What little hint of things to come? Ooh. 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 Look at that, we're barely there. Ooh. He's like an actual person. They're not like weird ghosts. They're actual people. There's an aether. There's a rock I can touch. We're here in the actual Amaranth. Wow, I did not expect the story to do this. Due to area restrictions, holy cow. You could approach between as existence and non-loyalty. What do you want to guess that something happens in this area that map, okay, is mysterious. Aetherite-like device. Attuning? Am I actually attuned? You can only assume it operates differently. Oh, I see. Godlike man. No, I could. Oh. Is this perhaps just a, is there inclination? Proves it forms tangible. So this is not a new map zone, is it? This is just like a quest instance, huh? Well, you know who we need to find is Hitholodius, who can very specifically see and recognize souls. So. Ooh, she has no mask. She's got Yatsu hair. You're very, very tall and no mask. This is her place, right? Papalium. And this is what it's called Propylaean. Excuse me. For nothing, neither does she. Yeah, I bet by sheer force of will, we become tangible. So not everyone wears their masks all the time, huh? Look at these very tall people. Sometimes they wear masks, sometimes they don't, huh? Interesting. A remarkably large man who was a black woman half mask, much like the phantoms he encountered in the Mile Lima Torrent, and they recreate the Amaranth. Assume you have made it to your destination. Gesticulate wildly and shout in all manner of greetings and obscenities. Obscenities. But the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. I'll examine the door. Can I just like walk through? But how to open it? Again, I'm telling you, can I just walk through? Ooh, they're teleporting.
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks.
Ooh.
We'll be here a while.
It's him. Who's he? Who's he? And where? I can't. He popped up to do something.
As long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Where did he pop up again? Recently in Endwalker here. I can't remember. I can't remember what the scene is. But familiar stranger is back.
Now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
It's him. It's him. We recognize his voice.
You are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Emmett. Although, I suppose here his name is Hades. Is he still Hades, or has he become Emmett Sugg? There's his mask. Huh? Ooh, look at him, there he is! Okay, is this Van Daniel? Does he recognize us? He totally does, doesn't he? Ooh, he knows.
Satisfied?
Ooh, man with a familiar voice.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
He's gonna be like, I know you're there, Azam, or something. Is he gonna look at us again?
By the by, you see it too, yes?
See it too. Ooh. See it? See me?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
Ooh. Oh, Emmett. Come on.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it.
To
The colour
Azam's.
of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Oh, is this Hytholodius? It is Hytholodius, isn't it?
Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Ooh.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image.
Ooh. Oh, this is so good.
Come now.
No, we're gonna follow you. We're following you.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Oh, that's totally Hytholodius. Come on.
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
This is so
Why,
good.
A dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Ooh, he's gonna give us form. Let's do it. He did it. A snap. Ooh. Discover a new location. This is a new area. Elpis one. Yes. Oh yes.
You may open your eyes.
Oh, this is so good. Endwalker just got very, very good. I'm whole. Oh, and I'm big. Oh. I've been made to the right size.
Oh,
I want to take a
you
screenshot.
even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
And they're not speaking a weird language.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then.
It is him! That's what it is. I knew it. It's
Chief of
Hytholodius.
Bureau of the Architect.
Hytholodius.
Sulking beside me is the most honourable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Yes. Oh, my two favorite people.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
My new old friend, Lyra.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
Yes, exactly. They're not
So
wah,
tell
wah,
us,
wah, 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 wah.
whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
Do I say the future?
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I want to learn about Elpis. Yeah, exactly. I want to learn about Elpis. Exactly, game. You know exactly what I want to say.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps as in wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing next to nothing about?
If you harbour suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
Good point. Good point. Just let me touch this rock back there real quick.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
I don't know, I'm just a weird piece of creation magic.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
Kind of looks like the world unsundered Elpis. Ooh. Reminds me of the firmament. Or not firmament, the diadem. The doggy.
This
Venat.
presence.
Is that Venat? Venat with the doggy? This presence. She knows. Oh, axolotls! Oh, they're so cute! Look at them! Oh, that's gonna be. Wait, is that Hermes?
Hermes! Visitors!
Oh, no, it's not Hermes.
We have visitors!
When is that a playable race? I want to play Wing Air person. Also, that axolotl had better be a minion. Yeah, they could tell we had visitors from all the way over there.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Secrets am I hiding? Very good secrets. Okay, gotta turn around. Look, people, okay. Touch rock, touch the 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 rock. Fine, good. Waiting for your master. Can I not touch this rock? Is this rock not touchable? Perhaps it's an untouchable rock, huh? Oh, this is like a... Okay, so this isn't like a regular place then. This is like a special place? There are attunable aetherites. It's a place. Anyways, Emmett! You know, it's route to start. Stop. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. I feel as though you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour. Perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I should start with the basics. Using constants you have shaped aether, creation magic allows us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you enjoyed touring it with us. Yes, I will. I will enjoy it very much. Fiddle to hunt unknown. As in, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Tired as you are, however, you send out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Silk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. Nope. No, in that case, Emmett Silk. No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of aether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes. You'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Robe making time! Demokritos? How much knows you're adding to it? There's a little debate. Wow. This place is awesome. The music's great, it's pretty, it's the unsundered world, wow. Yes, these creatures should suffice. If they're a group, I want to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 mental and I. These creatures terribly. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As their aether is still thin compared to ours, we need to weaken the pet or die first. Good luck. Okay, you know what that means? It is time to summon Gishel Greens. Bird is here. Welcome to Cloudpiercer. Look. This light blue looks pretty. Oh, so it's not kill, it's like weaken? How weak is weakened? Okay. Right before I get to sleep. We want the purple and the light blue. I bet the colors are going to change the color somehow. So those are what I want. Oh, they're like peaceful. The dark purple one and this light blue one. I assume about, you know, below half HP is probably where it needs to be. Okay. Got the picture. Come on, let's see. Are the colors not gonna matter? Version. I felt like the colors, it'd be really cool if the colors mattered. That's what I'm gonna say. There, it's ready. Nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. Turn living beings into clothing just like that. Or not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent aether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for two species, it is due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to produce garb with superior etheric stability. Well, and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. This look speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature would be plain to those who think to look. Don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say you're a familiar. The question is, whose? Yours. I'll be yours. I'm your familiar. Ah, of course, Azem's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Azem's a known troublemaker, huh? Explaining our associate's absence. For lack of her presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. Ooh! Sophist robe, Podea, and Huron Podea. So, body, legs, feet. Okay, I'm gonna glamour them right now. Okay, character. Cast glamour. Sophist's robe. Ooh. Sophist that. Cast. Oh, look at that. Oh, I got Ascian robes. Look at that. Cool. Cool. Yes, I love it. If you're ready, let us continue along the path to Anagrossus. The place has an observation hub and residents both. Someone that should really point the direction of Hermes. Are there aether currents here? There are ether currents. So why is it not on my ether current map yet? Apprentice Sevno, Garmod Mare. Well, so far this seems to be a pretty straight railroaded path here. Fate, stuff. Let's observe her. Yes, can I help you? We should speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Oh no, by your mask I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware this would be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythloides, well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his aether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Silk and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see aether quite keenly, and from great distances. With his skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. He did his laugh. His Hythloides laugh. If you want to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're an outpost that we don't have our calves up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. Zeuxis. Your name is Zeus. You saw the sunbathing, perhaps. Yeah, all is well. You have nothing to fear. I suppose you're cursing you to learn our ways and perhaps achieve some degree of enlightenment. So what would you ask of me? Eh. These look like pools. The winged girl. Are you like some familiar? They have such funny faces. Oh, the axolotls? Yeah, they do. They're cute. Is that two clipped on top of each other? Are you Hermes?
Huh. You are...
Oh.
Bird girl with bird feet.
Huh? Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Aw, she's adorable.
Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations.
Eh.
Can you hear me?
Ooh. She speaks mentally.
Do not be
Ooh.
alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Yes, of course. She's adorable.
May we please be friends?
Nodders, nodders. Yes, nodders.
I see you found him.
Hildeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
The mask.
You are of the convocation.
MSQlvl at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon.
Meteon.
It means shooting star.
I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment.
Emmett, juice her up.
Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
By my coming.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Nemstoma is missing.
So there's two clipped right on top of one another.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish.
Metron, he's
The Ambistomas
from
too
Eden,
can
right?
fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
I'll help too.
Meteon, did she turn into Atheon, the boss in Amarat?
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
Give them pets. What's with that ghost image behind it? Is that just
May
my
I suggest
graphics?
we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Bird of Elpis. I'm trying to think if I've heard Meteon somewhere before. This reminds me of Atheon, the big flying boss monster thing from Amarat. Really kind of feels like that could all be connected. So I'm very interested to see what happens to Meteon. Of interest, Ambistoma, you mean axolotl? This age, as an Ambistoma, has been safely extricated from the tree, it appears to find itself in quite the predicament. Oh, what was he done? Henry saw hide him trying to get, but it jumped on him and he slipped. You need a hand? No, I'm fine, if a little embarrassed. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Hermes, are you alright? Does she turn into Garuda? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteon. Both you and Lyra Ascaria. Lyra Ascaria, you are called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. It's adorable, I want one. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I'd forgotten all about its fellows. Don't worry, MSQlvl and Hythlodeus are watching him. Hythlodeus. Truly, what a relief. I must thank MSQlvl and Hythlodeus. Ron and I return to them, but first with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you'll enjoy your time here. Welcome, welcome. An Aether current nearby? Northwest. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let's just return to Anagoras. Anagoras, whatever. Yeah. To your kind assistance, all the Amberstone is a safe meal. Our president sent it back to the space if you had gone ahead to the main building. What a nearly table and chairs, a meeting area. You may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creature slip away again. Let's taste this, like the Amberstones. You join others at the building. Adventurous Amberstone. Presented by the creatures domain of Pursuit is proud to find us for having gone on an adventure. Euclides. Mender. Repair my stuff, Mender. Trunkmonger. Mender. Purchase weapons? Oh, these are going to be what's inside that coffer, huh? Manganese. Oh, ironwood cane. Try on. It's not too bad. We'll see if I need to pop it out. Wait, what else did he have to sell? Just tools, battlecraft gear. Oh, yeah. I need a ring. Uzurkon. Ring of healing. I could really use one of these. Okay, much better. Oh, really, that's my best ring I have? My rank as Jeremy is just 500, huh? Oh, it's 505, huh? Getting there. A little bit better. Bit by bit. Touch rock, touch rock, touch rock, touch rock. Oh, there we go. That guy didn't put his costume on. Yay! How much does it cost to teleport around here? Wow, this is just... This used to be like just Mordona, and now it's full of places. So Mordona's close, only 500. Okay, so we're considered close to the first then. I see. Makes sense. I do keep my Lilliputian fairgrounds. one of the bicolor gemstones. So just some materials, huh? We find location for the rearing of water creatures. Okay, I want to get this Aether Current. Maybe just right around here. Oh, I can... Here, there it is. You are mine, Aether Current. Discover a new location, exit sanctuary, blah blah blah. Nice. And ignore us. More talking, please.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Aw, that's fair.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
Am I just refusing to leave? Can I spring some knowledge on him that he doesn't know? There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
This is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe she can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise.
Aww. Meteon trusts me, so Hermes trusts me.
Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
Maintain composure.
As you wish then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
I'll be a good little familiar.
So, it's finally happened then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of elders after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Was she voicing my thoughts?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all.
Did she like mirror people's emotions or something?
Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Time to learn more about Meteon. And yet, please turn to Meteon. I'll make this up to you, I promise. So I didn't mean a walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk. Yes. Stairs? What's upstairs? Nothing. Hi. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. It will be, it will be. Where to start? Ah, yes, let's talk to Memon. You should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not good at explaining, but Memon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Yay, she's falling. Ching 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 ling. Oh, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. So that's the excuse for why we can't just leave, go anywhere we want. What over here? They look like a person. You have the ears and tail of a beast. Assume you are familiar like Mitian. Is that something you need? Okay, so I wonder what he says for different races. This is Wyra. Could you teach her about Elpis? Ah, newly arrived familiar, is she? Very well, I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, this is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be sustainable, and speculate as to the effects they might have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters well, and be good, do you hear? We will, Memon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? From a place facing a great threat. There's such a place? I had no idea. But this place is important to you, I can feel it. Oh, my power, I haven't told you about it. A creation, what's meant a creation? One not being watched, then I'll explain my power. Yes, I have to find like a aether current before it'll display the location. I see. Goides with Spriggans. Discuss the Spriggans. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh no, we call them Oriai. If there's many, if it's just one, we say Orias. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. The Oriai, their fondness of minerals makes them highly unique, and I dare say they would be no less popular. Motionless bird. The hornbill! It's the hornbill! Do we learn the hornbill lore? Will its secrets be revealed? What do those staring eyes hide deep in that soul? But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. Emptiness. There's nothing in there. A deep, unending pit of blank. No thoughts, no emotions. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please wait, I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings, can you hear me? Sounds kind of like Monica. This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Aw, she's adorable. Did you hear me? Yes. Good, now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing. 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 I'm still not sure what that means. Hermes says, let's play, but then he goes for a walk, or looks at creations. It's fun, but no different from work. What does the bird know? I think we might be bothering it. Oh, that might have been too late. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Euthane next. She's usually in a small building. On the west row. One on the west row. This way. Okay, it's far away. Good folks. Oh, we gotta go up these stairs. You think? Okay, what I'm really wondering is if they're gonna have us like meet Azem somehow. If Azem's gonna show up and we're gonna like meet our past selves. Because I mean, I could totally understand if they don't do that, but it would be really cool to see if they did that and see what they did with that. Well, Welf isn't Mitya. I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Euthane. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Wyra. Oh, candied apple? Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Metian. You aren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share those feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. Hey, I can eat though. Make one for me. I'm sorry, Wyra. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask you about yours, but I failed. I'll tell her what I like. I trust this girl probably way more than I should. She's probably gonna turn evil and backstab me, or super tragic and die, or have an important effect on the future, you know, something like that. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. It makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing with me, Wyra. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Michon, I wish I could have tried your caramel apple. It sounds delicious. Went back already? Pity long we might have actually snuck away without you. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteon good. Well, I wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. but I do appreciate your keeping Meteon company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Heartily. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It's been decided that MSQlvl and Hythlodius will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too? I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet her at Propolion. There's no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings Meteon, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Lyra is kind. Really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. I'm coming. Ha 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 ha. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Vivacious observer. That's the sound a motorcycle makes. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ooh, he's touching a butterfly. This here is a new species of Petaluda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? No. It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I have received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Let's see what manner of arcane entities we have. Also, I already forgot the little girl's name. Meteora, Meteoda, whatever. Her power is kind of echo-y. I wonder if she inspires Meteon. I wonder if she has pre-echo power. Interesting too. Tell me, how did you find the Atom of Stone? Alright, it's lightning Numa, just as the report said. What I call the structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Now that element is lightning, which draws the Numa here to replenish their ether. It appears Meteon is busy. You can to assist me in her stead and feed the Numa. I'm used to fighting these. Now we're feeding them? Starlight celebration, seasonal celebration has begun. Happy Starlight, everyone! By using this lightning converter, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it to a ball, a veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Target missed. Converger. Phew. He's wearing his costume. Good. Perfectly done, Lyra. Look. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words? Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of thinking, feeling creatures, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as a Numa, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petadola, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Michan a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They miss nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next we'll head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. To the east. That's where we're headed. East. Okay, where's the ether? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, pretty far away. That means we're good to grab this. Talking time.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
Is he gonna sneeze on us? No. Cover us with goop. The flowers. Look at that. Can we pick some?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis.
So they're both Elpis, huh?
Entelekis. Like me.
Entelekis.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change colour, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
Yes, explain the
In
means.
creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions.
Explain the Ananta or
Like
whatever.
manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. Well, it has no will of its own, It is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha?
Yeah,
It is
Akasha.
one of the unseen energies defined by
Yes,
harsh
yes, yes.
alchemical
We
theory.
know game is
Though a
the...
gross oversimplification,
We
some
know.
describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
There's a point that that's a gross oversimplification.
Akasha.
Akasha?
Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis and Akasha.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
Tell me we take Metion with us back to the source. We bring her along.
You are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Emmett Sock doesn't know.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
Ether best
However,
Jedi
when
Center.
we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
It's almost nice.
The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
He's got dreams and ambitions.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse.
That means she can come with us. We're bringing her with us. She's coming.
The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Enteleki. Like me.
Yes, but that's for a different
So-
reason.
Are we the same? Entelekis.
Well, I do have the echo, so... Transcend was nothing but determination. If I'm thin, it's because I haven't sucked into a proper job. Transcend my limits with nothing but determination.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Endwalker make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis.
Ooh, so I can interact with Dynamis while I'm here?
Maybe, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Aw, he's tired, like me.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify.
Man, yawns are contagious, even if they're video game gobu monster yawns. Their greatest contribution. Recently discovered there's an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. A personal notice aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join that is, I still can't understand his hesitation. What do you specialize in? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Silk was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. Hi, Dion. We're friends, and thinness. My apologies for the wait. I've inspected the Ampolis to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released into the world. Another creation, however, reported isn't faring so well. The Charybdis is what we should attend to next. If you'd follow me and my friends, we should return to the main isle and head north. Like I was watching a cutscene down there. I don't remember there being a cutscene down there. So we must come back later and watch one. Ooh, how spooky. Okay, this journey is out to be an eventful day. How's this one blue and shiny? I understand there's a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. When to address and to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. Specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue. The problem arose in subsequent generations. The third generation creature was born with an etheric bounce leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert their creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric bounce leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, hoping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know? But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of aether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, and as uncouth and unseemly as running around ropeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Itself, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Are they gonna transform me? Emmett Silk is out of sight. Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Silk train the Charybdis. What? Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would be also for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Lyra, I want you to go get Emmett Silk. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. You will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. Everyone say, use a keyboard or software keyboard to enter any phrasing chain of words. I have a favor to ask to indicate to Emmett Silk you have a request. Man, Emmett Silk really took a trip. No, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Like, I don't know what the lady is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. Please, Emmett Silk. To plead with Emmett Silk.
No. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Silk.
Most benevolent.
Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now?
Oh.
And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
They're such good friends.
Please, Emmett Sulk. Please.
Oh, come on, can you say no to Meteon? You can't. She's so cute, you can't say no to that.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favour and let it be the last.
Let it be the last. We got him to do it. Hey, I have that mount. I can't snap.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Can do.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so.
It's okay, everyone has their own special talent.
What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
Would you like to know who beat him?
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend.
As
a singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow.
Yep.
Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents.
Aww. What would be fun is to...
And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and
What would be fun is to go back through Shadowbringers and do this. See all those moments.
They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Or wouldn't you like to know? Oh, he learned how to fly.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
We're going to do something. Yes. Oh, slash wave to Emmett. Alright. Let's stand here, slash wave. No, this isn't begins to descend to the Charybdis. No more success of gratitude. Thanks to the crazy. I learned to fly. He looks happy. And Lyra and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I once stood off from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion, if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue to observe it, if this is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way, we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief, as you wish. It's interesting because Hermes here has such like a love of life, but Fandaniel has such a despise for it. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnoris for now. Look at all of those guys. Look at these guys. It's up here, isn't it? As long as we're here. Oh, we're gonna have to come here later anyways. It's not an aetheryte. Oh, it's not even here. It's way up there. Okay, fine. Fine. Oh, and it's Norris. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Hithelodius laugh. Aether to Aether. I want to finish the level 86 quest. And go to 87 for next stream, probably tomorrow. Tell me, Wire, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? And so far, but I hope that'll change. Dynamis. Dynamis seems promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The icon. The icon? Icon? The icon, I'm afraid it's done again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby occupants, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry, or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the occupants were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the icon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there is no point in postponing the inevitable. Doris will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doris is still there, however. 12 Wonders? Like our 12 gods? But Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Wonders, huh? Show you 12 days of wonderful Christmas. Yeah. Actually, 12 days of Christmas starts on like the 13th. Yeah, so what is today? Like the 3rd or the 4th day of Christmas? Yggdrasil. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. An icon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doris must have taken it away. If the man makes his base at the 12 Wonders, I shall go and seek him out there. Metzelk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the icon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you are finished. I'll go on ahead. Please follow with Lyra. Alright, Mutian, let's go! Come, come, let's down this path and over the bridge. $79 south. Look at that boy. Shockma. Look at that boy. There it is. Let's go. Boing, boing, there. Music is such chill, good vibes. is. I see it. It is the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doris. Let's look for Doris too. He's the man with the long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Okay, yeah. Armitian. Okay, first we have to touch rock. Touch rock, touch rock, touch rock. Ding. Alright, we have touched the rock. Wait, where's the next aetheryte? Okay, somewhere on this island. I'm sure we'll get around to it. You need to ask me around and for Hermes. What can I do for you? Sorry, wrong person. We're looking for Doris. I see. We do have some more hair, so people mistake us from afar. I hope you find him soon. Alright, Doris, where are you? Probably over here, where everyone else is. Doris, that's Doris. Oh no, if it isn't Mitian, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doris. Thank you. You're in charge of the Iconess, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields, in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Kithis. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that a Icon slaughtered Arcupites. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released? I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not whether they are released. Iconess would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them. All exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pashtarat may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Aether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the likeness have. Before we seal their fate, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion that MSQlvl may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room. Oh, that's for me sad. We have a duty to the star, I know, but it doesn't mean we don't also have responsibility to the lives we bring into existence here. To man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled, like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Sentimental gift. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Meteion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Wyra. Loath I am to impose. May I leave Meteion in your care again? Of course. I love spending time with Meteion. I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Ba-da, ba-da. Can you help me with something, Wyra? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one, and I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. Yes. Running on to Meteion again. Tree in bloom. Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree. Ooh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. Slender tree. Don't look, or it takes you. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. Ooh, that's the Pause of the Dead mount. That's rare, and that's the Mentor mount, right? Like these two dudes just flexing their super rare, prestigious mounts. I don't have any like super prestigious mounts. This title I have is kind of prestigious. Very Amier. Not too bad. I think it's like a 3% rarity or something. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed. A mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means you shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine though. Let's keep looking. Familiar plant. Hey, it's a rose thorn or whatever, right? Set on toss and stalk, this oddly-shaped flower is mesmerizing its undulations. Ooh, a cognac, a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, I shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Wyra, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. That aether current should be like right around here somewhere. Oh, that's not what I want. Grips, get away, Grips. Can I get back up? Yeah. We go this way. Come on, Michion. Oh, no, 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 no. Junction. I don't see any flowers. Just cool looking grasses with some tiny flowers. Ah, over there, something big, huge. What, this marble? Outdoors grass. No orders. The stench reminiscent of the sudden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the marble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hers inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Lyra? Would you like it? It's probably not that good sort of memory. So not this one either. Finding a good flower. It's harder than I thought. It's alright. Could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the food's over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise. Look away, Grips. Which was search before ending where the slide begins. But no. Get out of that medium. Okay. Oh, there's nothing. The shiny thing over there? What could it be? Elpis flowers. They're here too. He likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're Endwalkers. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes though. For others, they're always white and bright. Truly, the flower was dark in your home? Then, do you have it too? A dark emotion? And the pain and sorrow of loss, and fury and frustration. I've known the pain and sorrow of loss. I see. Hermes has known the same, the feeling that a part of you is gone, again and again, but no one notices. Please, Lyra, won't you lend it to me, your pain and sorrow? I want you to make the flower dark, in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, that others are sad too. Aww. It's kind of sad but touching. You'll do it? I like the sun in the tree there. Thank you, Lyra. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. Screw your flowers. Whee. of Darkness. Wait until they're finished.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision.
You're gonna
My
terminate him?
thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Pythideus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
I'm gonna pick one and make it turn black and crumble.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Look at Kitty. Look at the kitty in the background. Oh, thinking of
You're
sad
not
things.
the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you.
As I was about to say, he's had his mask on for too long.
May we talk a moment?
Is this supposed to be a familiar face? Why did I gasp? A hedgehog. Oh, it's cute. I want a hedgehog minion.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man.
Yeah, these beasts just die indiscriminately.
Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So
But he
fixated are we
does.
upon the
You
duty
do.
that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? And I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I'm filled with dread.
Now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep.
I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Alpes, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you.
There they go, making villains, you know, relatable again.
To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
I could tell you all about suffering.
Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens, know you what they are?
White bugs stuck in a
Though
great
it is
inky
too
black
far to
sea.
tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris, a world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning, that drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars.
There's more?
Meteon and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness.
Aww.
It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let's head back.
All right.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? What's going on that island? What did she sense? Was that where Kivon or whoever turns into Heidelin was? I forget their name. Nevtan, Tevin, whatever they are. Frederican execution. I want a brief interlude, perhaps, but this time I attend to my next task. Lemsok and Hesolidaeus are aware we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Iconos. Several were great for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as chief overseer I can find no fault in his judgment. The Iconos would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Alpes. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted, purpose, hazardous life form. Hesolidaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Iconos have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join them forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course, let us be off then. We return to the main isle. Put down, put down. Look, Aether quest. Come on, grips. Get a grip. Valks. That Valks FC. They're pretty big here. Oh whoa, there's the likeness. That looked pretty brutal. Did they turn on him? There's 7. I want to see 4. Doris, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 wonders. The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Endwalker handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I'll render assistance to MSQlvl, unneeded though it is. We journey over to see her as Doris. But Hermes. The iconess must be reverted. I will spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours. If you're intent on helping, then please follow my lead. It's playing the intense, dubious music. Intense music. Appreciate your help. I know meant that it is necessary. There it is, our court, within striking distance at present, but it feels threatened, and it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, and draw the icon's attention. I may warn you, its abilities are as far as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash loads of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. Okay, seems like Chocobro might help. I'll go to here. Oh, there he is. Die, fire ether. Looks like the stream is doing much better this time. It's not lagging. Probably because I closed Steam. That probably helped a bunch.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld. May you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy, but leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction?
Now he's starting to sound like Fandaniel.
I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please, don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
Ching. Or as M's case may be. I understand Hermes' argument, no matter how well do deserve the rest. There's a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. But never has the departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Ooh, you need to be 87, huh? Well, look at that. We've reached a point where we are too low of level to continue. How about that? I guess it's time to do some side quests, some fates maybe. That is quite rare to actually run into that. Actually 2:18 a.m. Look at that. Well, I guess that means that we are at a good spot to stop. next time, maybe I'll do a little bit of leveling on the side, get a level or two, and then keep going with the MSQ, because I really want to finish, and we're getting close. We're up to level 87. We are close, and it is good. And I'm ready to see how they finish up Endwalker. I was a little worried the first half, 80 to 85, was a little bit boring. At some parts are good, some parts are boring. But this Elpis thing has been very good. I very much like learning about the ancients and stuff, and Hythlodaeus and MSQlvl. This has all been very great. With that said, I've got to sign off and go to bed.